All right, it is time for what is arguably, maybe perhaps the most iconic family-friendly horror film of all time. The movie responsible for the most obnoxious and annoying toy of the 90s. A seminal film of the 80s. It's Gremlins. This is The Binge, a movie show where we work our way through one franchise at a time, a movie at a time. We drink and we talk. I'm your host, Joshua Ryan. With me, as always, my co-host, Timbo Jones. What's good?
What's going on? What's happening, Josh? Sorry I tripped on you there. Dude, I'm so excited to talk about Gremlins. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get into it, get a little mischievous.
Oh, a little gremlin-y. You know what I'm excited about? Our guest today is a very special guest because he's no stranger to the show.
Yeah.
It's Dave. It's our editor, our producer. Tim gripes about him. Tim argues with him on the show a lot of times. And he is here. And what I think is really exciting, Dave, is that you had never seen Gremlins before. So go ahead, tell us who you are, where people can see your stuff, where they might know you from, and then tell us what you thought of Gremlins, because that's where I want to start.
Oh, all that. Okay, my name is Dave, as you had already said before. You can check me out on YouTube. I am a media critic, as I put myself out there, on interpreting everything. So I don't just talk about movies. I talk about, TV, books, all that fun stuff. And I made a movie back in 2023 called Secret Seam. Gremlins. Yeah, I never saw it before. I grew up kind of a sheltered life. Whenever it came down to anything horror, I was not either allowed to see it or I wasn't interested in seeing it, one of the two. And when it came down to Gremlins, I don't remember why I didn't watch it specifically, but I could tell you this time, it's memorable. Like, it's immediately memorable. It's one of those instant classics, even watching it for the first time right now.
There's just something special about it, and I can't wait to break it down a little bit more. But before we go any further, like I said, this is a movie where we talk and we drink. So, Dave, what are you drinking?
Oh, boy, what am I drinking today? I got Ardbeg single Scotch whiskey,
Nice.
10-year peated, all that fun stuff.
I know Pete.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in the Hunger Games movies?
Yeah, it's pita.
Oh.
No, it's... Oh, yeah. Yeah, Peter's the bread.
Yeah.
Pita bread.
Pita bread. That's...
Count it.
Yeah.
Tim, what you drinking?
I think Dave's our second Scotch person. Right?
Scotch. Oh, yeah, because somebody was going Scotch.
Scotch. I think it was that Lorenzo, right?
Probably, yeah.
I'm finishing off from the other, if you're watching this chronologically, the Four Roses, and I think there's not a lot left in this. And then I'm going to tap into the other thing that was left from our,
the larceny.
high school reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Larceny. I'm going to
I'm
gonna drink all this as well. We did number on both these whiskeys. I don't even remember even drinking this one. Honestly.
I don't remember a lot of things.
Well,
so
that's
I am
fair.
drinking another smoked old-fashioned, but then to keep things moving, because making an old-fashioned can be a lot. I don't want to make one on the show. So then I'm just going to switch to some whiskey and Coke. And for whiskey, I'm going with that one that Universal gave me, the Dead Guy whiskey. So
I can't believe you still have that.
Huh?
You still have... I feel like you've been drinking that for a long time now.
Well, I've only drank it on the show.
Yeah, right.
I've only drank it
okay.
on the show.
That's
I
fair.
have so much whiskey. I saved that one for
Okay.
the show.
All right, calm down.
Buddy.
Don't
I have
weird
enough
flex,
whiskey.
bro. Yeah,
Believe me.
I'm sure
Tim,
you do.
believe me.
Oh, I believe you.
So let's talk some fucking Gremlins. This movie.
Can we cheers? You never
Oh, yeah,
cheers.
My manners.
God.
All right. To
Salud.
not eating after midnight. Clink.
Yeah. Don't get wet.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Hey.
All right. This movie, Gremlins, released June 8th, 1984.
Woo.
This movie is Steven Spielberg Presents movie. So he didn't direct it, but they wanted his name on it. This is an Amblin Entertainment production, which is Spielberg's production company. They wanted his name on it because prior to this, he had already made Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Raiders of the Lost Ark, E.T. He was kind of a big deal. And they were like, his name is going to bring in some audience. The director is Joe Dante, who's also a superb director. Gotta love Joe Dante. It's the guy who brought us Piranha, The Howling. He did a segment of The Twilight Zone, which also Steven Spielberg did. Inner Space, Burbs, and Small Soldiers. Which, if you're a guy of the 90s, a kid of the 90s like me, Small Soldiers was the jams. And I just bought it on like the 4K like a steelbook just very recently. They released one. It still holds up. That is just a fun time. It's a good movie.
Dude, that's hold up. You're forgetting one of the best executive producers of all time.
Who?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Well, yeah, Kathleen Kennedy. She's there with Steven
She was-
Spielberg.
Yep.
Yeah, she was on
But
it.
it wasn't a
was-
Kathleen Kennedy presents. It was Steven Spielberg
No,
presents.
I'm just saying. Just trying to help
Well, I'm
out.
just saying, too. Now, Joe
People are
Dante,
going to be like,
one
is
thing-
he on board or not?
One thing, not on Joe Dante's filmography, but he was supposed to. He was originally planned to direct this little movie out of the 90s. A lot of people have forgotten about it. A little thing called Jurassic Park. He was lined up to direct before Steven Spielberg came in. And you know, I think that sounds like a damn fun movie. A Gremlins, Jurassic Park kind of movie. That sounds like a good time. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying I would prefer it to what we got. Jurassic Park is a masterpiece. But could you imagine a Joe Dante Jurassic Park? That thing would have been wild.
That would have been pretty crazy. A lot more deaths,
Yeah.
I feel like.
No? Dave's just out?
No,
He's like,
Dave?
I don't know.
No, when it comes down to like
He's like, I don't
when I
want it.
think about like Gremlins, one of the reasons why I think about the actual Gremlins, the demon versions of the Gremlins, when I grew up, they it appeared to me like the little dude that hung out with Jabba the Hutt, that little
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
guy.
Little monkey.
Yeah.
That dude gave me nightmares as a kid, and I'm guessing that's part of the reason why I didn't want to watch Gremlins.
Right.
Now, you've seen like the poster and you've seen the toys, right? This isn't like the first time.
What, Furbies? I've seen Furbies.
But have you seen like the, as you called it perfectly, the demon version of the Gremlins?
Yeah.
Have you seen those before, like pictures or anything? Up until
No, not really. Not up until now. I might have seen them in passing and forgot about them, but
Okay. So you're like legit. You've
It
never
was, like,
seen really
complete-
Gizmo or any of that.
yeah, blind viewing entirely.
Oh, how did you miss just all of that for 20,
It just-
30 years?
He
What, how
told
old
you.
are we now?
Sheltered
40?
upbringing. Blame his mom.
You don't even now.
Sheltered. Blame my mom. That's right.
Blame my mom. Call her up. We're talking.
We could get her on the phone right now.
We can get her.
This movie,
Yeah.
written by Chris Columbus. This
Yes!
was after he discovered America.
Harry Potter.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, you did the.
Yeah. Chris Columbus, he wrote The Goonies
Boo.
right after this. He is, of course, the director of movies such as Home Alone, Miss Doubtfire, a couple of Harry Potter movies. He's
Yeah.
a good guy. We all know who Chris Columbus is.
I love you say a couple. He didn't like help start the Harry Potter franchise. He did like the first 2 or 3.
He did some. He did a couple of them.
How are you just
Not the best
Just-
ones. He didn't do the
But he
best.
started the franchise, which I'm sure at some point we're going to tackle.
Well, they were books.
You got to give him a little bit
Started the franchise.
in the movie. Oh my god. This is
Movie had a budget of $11 million. As I said, it released June 8th, 1984, same day as another supernatural kind of comedy, a little bit of horror movie, a little thing called Ghostbusters. Same day as Ghostbusters. Imagine getting Gremlins and Ghostbusters the same day.
dude.
That's a good day. That's Christmas.
Drive-in theater, watching them back to back.
Take me there.
Oh god, I miss drive-ins. Yeah. You don't know how good you had it till it's gone. That's all I'm saying.
It's true. This movie opened. Gremlins opened in second place. Why? Because Ghostbusters. It was competing against Ghostbusters. So we have Ghostbusters, the box office, #1 that weekend. Second, Gremlins. Third, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Four,
Okay.
Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. And 5, Beat Street. I'm not really familiar with. I don't know what Beat Street is, but that was number 5.
It's a
movie had a-
precursor to VeggieTales.
Oh, I love VeggieTales.
I don't know.
This
That's
movie had a worldwide gross of $165 million, $153 million domestic. There's a strong cast here. There's a strong cast in this movie. A lot of it's the supporting cast, but Zach Galligan as Billy. This is his first feature film. He does great for this being his first feature
yeah.
film.
I find him to be the most forgettable character in the entire movie. But all right, yeah, keep going. Keep going.
But I'm not talking the character. I'm not talking Billy. Zach, what do you got against Zach?
No, I mean, I have against Zach what I have against Billy. I don't know who Zach is, so I connect Zach to Billy.
I mean, it's a fair point.
It is a fair point. But we also have Phoebe Cates as Kate. We have Judge Reinhold.
Second most forgettable, yeah.
Oh, jeez, get out of here. Okay, How can you ever call Phoebe Cates forgettable?
No, her on her own is not. In this movie, yes.
Have you seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
No.
Because I promise you, you will never forget Phoebe
Yeah, well,
Cates.
that's you'll never, ever judge Reinhold.
He's in that movie too.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He never forgets.
That scene, oh yeah, Judge Reinhold will never forget Phoebe Cates. If you've seen the movie, you know the scene I'm talking about.
Is it Reinhold?
Yeah, Judge Reinhold.
Okay, I thought I was saying his name wrong.
We're coming right off of Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which in my opinion is the best high school movie of all time. We also have Corey Feldman. We have Dick Miller, who is in almost like every Joe Dante movie. He is the guy who drives the tractor and is like, oh, there's gremlins in my tractor. You know, he's just the he's one of that guys. He's in like in Small Soldiers, he's the toy delivery truck driver who's like, I'm going to get in trouble for all these toys being gone off my truck. One of those guys.
I think about his line from The Burbs whenever I'm in a cul-de-sac. Because he's like, he's the trash guy in the cul-de-sac. He's like, I hate cul-de-sacs. They're always so weird, people. One way in, one way out. I don't like it. Let's get out of here. Yeah.
All right, I have a couple taglines here. I pull these off of IMDb. If they're incorrect, don't come at me. Go at Mr. DMB. So, taglines that I got here. Cute, clever, mischievous, intelligent, dangerous. So just a lot of adverbs.
Yeah.
Next one. What you see isn't always what you get. I like that one. It's ominous. A little ominous. Another one I got. They didn't obey the rules. That one's pretty good too. Because that's what launches the whole thing. There's 3 rules. Yeah. 3 important rules. Which, what are they? What are the rules here, Tim? Do you remember? You can't feed them after midnight.
That's the last one. That's the second one.
And they don't want direct sunlight.
See, I told you I knew them.
And they didn't abide by any of those. They just leaned into all of them.
Oh,
Whenever they throw in rules like that, it's almost a given that they're going to disobey every single
rules are made to be
one.
Broken.
Yeah.
And then they tested it on poor Gizmo twice.
Dude, they fucked with Gizmo.
Bad.
Did they not, dude?
Yeah.
They fucked with him.
That's what I was like, yo, Billy, with the first time Gizmo got water and was like freaking the F out.
It was an accident.
Like, that was an accident.
That was
and I get it.
Fault.
That was Corey Feldman's fault. But when they went to the science teacher and he was like, oh, let's test some more, like, why would I'd be like, no, let's not do that.
I have this in notes. He's like, hey, teach, check this out. When I put water on him, he freaks the fuck out and is in a lot of pain. Watch.
Yeah. He looks like he's having a seizure. Yeah, so mean. And then the guy, you know, what does he ever do with the blood? They never do anything with the blood test.
Well, not yet.
I don't think the blood does anything, does it?
No.
I haven't seen the sequel. I have not seen the sequel, so I don't know.
This is true. But he didn't test it.
Well, in the first one, there was no blood test. It was all for nothing.
So the basic plot to this movie, just for those listening, if you don't remember, if it's been a while, we got a dad who visits a small shop in Chinatown. He buys a little creature called a mogwai as a gift for his teenage son, and Gizmo? And there are the 3 rules that are, impressed upon him by the old Chinese man at the shop, which, as Dave said, those aren't going to make it. But one thing here that I think was really cool that I learned when I was doing my research for this, according to Joe Dante, during he did an interview, Spielberg is responsible for this movie being the success it was. I pre-gamed, if you guys can't tell. I had a few drinks before we started. So
it's the what? Hold on.
For the sex. Spielberg is responsible for the sex. We had an orgy on the set. No, Joe Dante
Dude, I didn't even hear it.
No, don't sue me, Joe Dante. He didn't actually say that. Joe Dante said that Spielberg was responsible for the success because he changed the whole plot pretty much right before the movie starts. He says 2 weeks before they go into filming, he says, hey, you know that Gizmo character who turns into the bad gremlin 20 minutes into the movie? I like him too much. Keep him in the movie the whole time. The original plot had Gizmo turning into a gremlin and being the leader of the gremlins.
Yeah, he was going to turn into Stripe.
Yes, so Stripe, who then who is the main bad guy, was going to be Gizmo. There was going to be no Gizmo after that.
So
you know, and that's why Spielberg is who Spielberg is, baby. That's a great move. It's a great move. Even though you've had 6 months or more in preparation for this movie, 2 weeks, you said? 2 weeks in? Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
We're changing it up. I thought
you
about
can't
it.
Get rid of Gizmo.
You can't get rid of Gizmo?
The cute,
Smart move.
Yeah, don't get rid of Gizmo.
No. I love that Gizmo was just talking the entire time. This is like one of my favorite parts.
Really
Just in the box,
what
he's
do
just
say?
talking.
They say yum and yuck. They're very, very vocal about their food.
Yeah.
Yum and
What do you
yum.
guys? What do you guys think about the dad character?
Wait,
You
why
were
are
just
you
asking
Dave?
that?
What are your
I
thoughts?
feel
The
like it's a
reason
trap
why-
door. It's a
the
trap.
reason why? Because I mean, you already talked about kind of the introduction where the guy's going through the Chinese shop,
Yeah.
and I thought to myself, and I thought throughout the entire movie, that this is my favorite character of the movie.
Really? He's an imbecile.
Because
he's kind-hearted
yes,
and a simpleton.
He's
but
so
an imbecile.
kind-hearted.
exactly. It's his inventions. It's one of those things where it wasn't even needed narratively, but like it's heartwarming all the same,
And
and
he's
like
a
everything
failed
that he
inventor.
makes. Yeah, everything sucks. It reminded me of Rick Moranis in How I Shrunk the Kids. Only that Rick Moranis, made
Actually shrunk
inventions
kids.
that worked. But yeah, but he's my favorite in the movie.
Imagine this
probably.
dad on a Shark Tank episode, like 2025, and he's just like, now sharks. I've got this shaving machine here. Why don't you try this
Bathroom
out,
buddy.
Kevin?
Dude, bathroom buddy, bro.
Bathroom buddy. Yeah.
That is what I liked about the family. I like that there was like a family love there. They weren't like had this weird like the dad was an asshole who was always trying to leave. He just was a salesman who went door to door. That was his
true.
job.
When the
And he's
wife
always
is using-
trying to sell, which I love that he's always trying to sell someone
and everybody
something.
knows.
And everybody
They already
knows.
know.
But I just
Like,
love it.
oh,
Even when he
yeah.
came home, he still has that really shitty like hammer invention, and they're trying to do the coffee machine, and he's like, "Well, I don't think." Yeah, he's like, "I don't think. Why can't we drink this?" Joking that like it doesn't even work. They're all like
But
a
the
good
wife was very
family.
nice
I
about
loved
it.
it.
She wasn't
She
like,
was. That's
damn
what
it,
I'm
Dan,
saying.
the coffee machine doesn't work. Why don't you get me a Keurig? Like,
Yeah.
she was just like, oh, Dan. I don't know if his name
Yeah,
was
like there was never
looks
any
like
tension. There was like never forced tension within the family dynamic, which I actually really
Keurig.
Well,
liked.
until
Keurigs
that
didn't
mom
exist.
strangled a gremlin to death. That happens.
Dude, she killed 3 gremlins. I counted.
Oh my god.
Dude, she was a
my
badass.
god.
She don't
that
give a fuck.
was a shock to me when watching for the first
Yeah.
time. I'm like, it's family friendly, and then she turns full Rambo.
Oh, yeah.
And then she starts just chopping up people, throwing through the blender, the microwave exploding. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god,
a lot of
oh my
violence.
god.
Yeah, she had the coolest. She killed them
That
the coolest
escalated
ways.
quickly.
Yeah,
Which is
that was
why
awesome.
they created the PG-13 rating, right?
This was one of the movies that led to it. The first
With, yeah.
movie rated
Temple
PG-13
Temple
was
of
Red
Doom.
Dawn. Red Dawn. But
Oh, I thought Temple of Doom.
no, Red Dawn is the first PG-13 movie.
Oh,
I'm certain of this. I feel confident.
I'm
I
just
don't-
saying what
But
triggered
now
the
Dave,
PG-13
as the editor,
rating.
who when
Yeah.
he edits this, if I'm wrong, is going to throw up his correct thing.
Cut him out.
Yeah.
Cut him out.
yeah. I didn't
Silence.
notice it was PG until like halfway through because I had to pause
I
it. And
did
I was
have
like,
this.
oh, definitely parental guidance. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna show this
had
to my
this-
kids.
Yeah, but this was in an era when they
Oh,
could
this
do
is-
anything
yeah.
in PG, man. PG was
Yeah, I know.
basically fucking R. Like they had so.
Yeah.
You go back.
Well,
and
jump
you
to
watch, like,
PG-2 R.
1970s PG rated movies. There's just like sex, titties, gore, violence. They did everything. They was like whatever.
That's
don't let
weird
kids
for you
see
to
it.
say that, but if you were to say that, which movies are we talking specifically?
I'll get with you later.
For
Okay.
science.
I had this
Science.
debate with my wife. Now that we're talking about the gore and the fight, she says this is not
Debate.
a horror movie. This is a horror movie.
How is it
It's
not a
horror.
horror
It's
movie?
it's horror comedy.
Exactly. It is horror comedy, but that's a common combination.
But is it a
Right.
Christmas movie?
Yes,
Yes,
it's a
it is.
Christmas movie. Absolutely.
It's more of a it's
Don't
more of
you
a
dare
Christmas
say it.
movie than Die Hard. I
No.
am saying it.
Lies.
Yes.
This is working.
Christmas
Nope.
is featured more prominently in this. You have carolers, gremlin
Yeah.
carolers. You have
What
a Christmas
are you
tree. Like a
two
gremlin leaps
talking
out of a Christmas
about?
tree.
Die
And the Santa
Hard's,
story.
Die Hard's theme is ode to joy. How much more Christmas can you get? It's
I'm
Christmas.
not
That's
saying
what a
it's not a Christmas
miracle.
movie.
I've got the machine guns. Ho ho ho! Like what are we doing here? What are we talking?
Wrong
What are we
movie,
talking
man.
about? What are we talking about?
Listen, this whole
Anyway.
fucking thing started because of Corey Feldman. Let's just remember he spills fucking water like a little dipshit.
Yes.
onto the
Yeah.
Mogwai. And it's just like, oh, oops, my bad. What do you mean, my bad? Get out of here, you fucking raspy mouth bitch. Go home. Why are you in my house? Why are you in my room spilling water on my
I love
pet?
that when he was done, he just like went over and just started looking at the 3D thing. He's like, oh yeah, it's cool. They're like cocooning or something.
He gave no shits.
He didn't care
whatsoever. Corey Feldman was everywhere in the 80s. This little kid
yeah.
was in friggin' everything.
He was in this, and the other guy were in the Burbs
I just ended
together.
up watching the Burbs, and
The Burbs.
I saw him in there. But that was only a few years after this, and I was surprised
grew
to
a lot.
see that he was.
He grew.
Yeah, he was a lot younger here.
Yeah. Have you seen the 2 seasons of Wednesday? I'm just now getting into Wednesday. I'm a little late to the boat, but like
Yeah.
Not.
watching some of the kids in season 1, because I'm going right into season 2. You're like, oh, you hit puberty in between this because you grew and your voice is
That's
deeper.
like Stranger Things. That kid was
It-
5 and
yeah.
older than me.
Dude, Stranger Things, now they're like 30 playing them. They're like Michael
yeah,
J.
they're
Fox.
all like in their 50s.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
But when Feldman, fucking bitch ass Feldman, spills water on the gremlin or on poor little Mogwai on Gizmo, pops out 5 new little Mogwai, and they're different though. They're not evil. They're not evil.
No,
yet, these Mogwai,
not yet.
But they're dicks. They're dicks.
They're mischievous.
They're
Well,
rebellious.
man, they're a little more than that. They like hung a dog up from lights outside. That's like mean. That's harmful.
Yeah, they're asshole teenagers.
Peter
When you get,
would-
dude,
it's
when
rude.
you're around 5 teenager dudes, they're assholes. I'm gonna say it. You should be worried. They start coming down the
Well-
street, go somewhere else.
According to the novelization of Gremlins, they used to do novelizations of like every movie back in the day. You got a movie,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got a book.
I
And
read
the
a lot
book
of
would
them.
expand. So, according to the novelization of Gremlins, they were aliens from another planet, the Mogwai.
Oh,
And there were 2 different types of Mogwai because a different species basically had created them and was trying to create a perfect alien species that was intelligent and docile and could reproduce easily, which is why the water, boom, they got little eggs. But through a mutation, they developed 2 different types of Mogwai. So they had the minority, which were smart and docile in what they were trying to do, and that's what Gizmo is. And then they had what the majority were, which were more aggressive, they were assholes, and they were dumber. And that's what all the others are. That's why Gizmo is different, according to the novelization. That's why Gizmo is different. His personality is different than the others. And that's a neat fact from a book I will never read, because I have no plans to.
Dave
I
Reed's
like
book,
reading
you should-
novelizations.
Think?
That's the first love that I had for reading was novelizations. I read all of the Spider-Man movie novelizations, and then I read all of the X-Men, and
Sam
then all
Raimi
the Terminator ones. Yeah,
What?
they were
Instead
good.
of a comic
I
book,
like
you just read the novelizations of the movie?
Yes, I did.
So they explain more in the book.
They did. Yeah, they explained certain things that you wouldn't think of.
A lot of
That's
times
cool.
they do. Okay, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, you know, the Quentin Tarantino movie. He did his own novelization. He wrote the novelization of that. And you know how in that movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, they're like, oh, people suspect whether or not Clint Booth or whatever Brad Pitt's character's name is, whether he killed his wife. In the novel, he's just like, yeah, he killed his wife. And it describes it. He shot her with a harpoon on a boat. Let's move on. You know what I don't get? What we already talked about. When Billy torments Gizmo, I don't get it. When he puts the water on his back. I'm never
Yeah, I
going to
don't know.
forgive him. It really takes away from Billy's character because this is your best friend. I mean, you barely know him, but he's so cute. Even if I barely know you and you're that cute, I'm not going to torture you for fun.
Yeah, I didn't understand it. I didn't know but he wasn't even like apprehensive about it too. He was like, "Hey, yo, watch this cool magic trick," and then poor Gizmo's like, "Motherfucker, again?" You know, like
It
Why
was
would you do that
just
to
one drop. It was just one drop. It was fine.
one drum. Sure.
He didn't ask Gizmo, hey, dude, can I show him? I think he could help us. Yada, yada. He was just like, hey, check it out. Squirt.
I don't. But was he help? Was he doing it to help, or he just was like, "Hey, look at this."
Well, no, he was trying to find out information from this. But again, this is what, a high school science teacher? How much is this guy going to freaking know? This is an alien. Nobody's seen this thing.
Well, if you watch Project Hail Mary or read the book, Dave, this high school science teacher does a lot actually. Because I'm in the middle of reading the book.
Spoiler. Stop.
Are you talking about the
Spoiler.
space
movie's not
one?
even out yet.
Yeah, the space one, baby.
I read that book.
I'm in the middle of it. I love it a
Ryan
lot.
Gosling
You want to
in
know
the-
what happens at the end?
No, I don't want to know what happens
Oh,
at the end.
okay.
Spoiler,
All right.
right?
I won't spoil it.
Thank you.
You know why I
I'm so
won't
close.
read that? Because
You don't
no
have to read and can't?
description, no description could match the charismatic charm of Ryan Gosling. So
Hey, actually, when they cast
Oriental
Ryan Gosling, I didn't get it when I read the book because that felt more to me like Paul Rudd.
Yeah, it could be, but Paul Rudd's already a chemistry teacher substitute
I love
in
Paul Rudd.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Paul Rudd? Irony,
Just
Paul
saying.
Rudd actually
Just
doesn't
saying.
like Paul Rudd.
Just saying.
Wahoo! Is that a Coke Zero you just popped? I couldn't see.
I wish. Oh yeah, no, it is.
It is a
I
Coke
wish it
Zero.
came true.
Stupid.
I wish,
I wish it was.
came true.
My way.
You know who did the voice of Gizmo?
Who?
Howie Mandel.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Like Bobby's World. That's what I'm thinking.
Dude, fucking Bobby's World. Yes. I watched the
So
crap out of Bobby's World.
The Furby connection. I mentioned this in the opening, and Dave has already touched on it.
Isn't Gene
During a
Hackman in that?
Reddit, huh?
Gene Hackman, isn't he in the Furby connection?
What are you talking about?
That's the
He's
French
making a
connection.
French connection
French.
joke.
Oh, yeah.
It's French connection. It's going to be over.
Oh, wait.
Josh, I'm going to push this microphone away from me. It's going to give you some time.
That
to
was
talk.
really funny until I realized it was insensitive. Gene's no longer with us. You cannot make that joke.
That's
inappropriate.
right.
First of all,
R.I.P.
Gene would be upset if I didn't make that joke. So
No, that was a good one. But
he likes to laugh.
that was a good one. We should do the French Connection. Well, I say that about every movie we talk about. I'm like, we should do that one.
Yeah.
We should cover that movie. Sometimes it's just a movie that doesn't even exist yet. You're like, you know, it'd be a cool movie, like if there was an alien janitor who like fucking fought crime, and I'm like, we should do that movie. I just want to do it.
Should
All right.
do Secret Seam. Yeah.
What is it?
Secret Seam.
No. What is
That's
that?
my movie, guys. Come on.
He said it in the beginning. There's no one paying attention to
All right, I'm
Dave.
gonna sip my whiskey. During a Reddit Ask Me Anything AMA, Ask Me Anything for the old folk. In 2015, Joe Dante answered this asking him a question about Furbies and Gremlins. He said, "Funny you should ask. Producer Mike Fennell and I noticed a certain similarity between Furby and Mogwai and pointed it out to Warner Brothers. Soon, there was a Gizmo Furby for sale, and no doubt some settlement money changed hands." So, apparently, they realized that, according to him, they caught on and were like, "Hey, that Furby looks like Gizmo," and they brought it.
So it wasn't intentional. It was like copyright.
That's what it seems like. It seems like they came to them and said, "Hey, you are infringing," and then a deal was made. What that deal was,
Yeah, but-
we don't know.
Did he get any of that money, or he just was a good company guy?
Well, no, I mean, he probably wouldn't have, because Warner Brothers, I'm sure, is who owns the rights to the Mogwai, not him.
Okay.
It really just depends on his contract. I'm sure, unless he had a Furby contract.
Just saying.
Then-
I mean, I'm sure it helped out, you know. But if he
Loud
gets,
noises.
Pre-90s?
Yeah.
Pre-90s, there weren't a lot of Furby contracts. Furby contracts didn't become really popular until
well, I'm
post-
thinking like if he had skin in the game for the merchandise, and then he's like, "Yo, that looks like Gizmo," and then they're like, "Yo, we're gonna make a Gizmo one. It's gonna,
Did
know,
you guys
do
have
gangbusters."
Furbies?
Boom.
We have
No.
Yes.
What for the
Yeah.
show? The binge. It's us.
I had a Furby.
You had a Furby?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not.
It
I
was
had a friend who
annoying.
did.
yeah, I
It was
owned a
really
Furby.
annoying.
I owned a
Dude.
Furby for a long time.
Those things are annoying. They're
They're so
su-
fucking
they would
stupid. They don't
they'd go
shut
off
up.
in the middle of the night though. They scare the shit out of me.
I know. All right, so
I'd-
the term gremlins comes from the old drunk we were talking about when he's claiming that there are gremlins that hide in the machinery and fuck with the things, and his tractor's there. And then that tractor, because remember, he was about to drive home drunk on that tractor. And I was like, that's not appropriate. And then he stopped. And he didn't. But the tractor comes into play later when, what happens? The tractor, what happens? He drives the tractor, or the gremlin drives the tractor? Who did something with the tractor? I know it comes in later.
You know, the binge is
tractor is
really
important.
showing up in this episode. The binge drinking. So he's at home. I got you, Josh. I'll take over. Co-host here. Hi, Tim Scholes. Co-host.
Tim, I'm enjoying my whiskey. Take over.
I'm glad you're enjoying. So what happens? So what happened was, he's at home with his wife. He's trying to watch the TV. The TV's getting all staticky. He's yelling. He's gonna go outside, take a look. All of a sudden, the tractor starts coming alive. He sees it. He sees the gremlins are in his tractor. It comes out from inside the barn in the suburbs, whatever he had. Yeah, sure. It comes through the gate, comes chasing after him, so they start swerving. They go into the house because he goes into the house. And then him and the wife, presumably, I can't speak, I assume that they get brutally murdered and run over by the tractor. Because
no, that didn't happen. The tractor crashes into the house, but they survived? Come on.
Are you kidding me? They were brutal, murderous things.
They made it seem like they were brutally murdered. Because
I know he is in the sequel. So
I know that as well, and I know that you know.
Spoiler.
But Dave didn't know. But when they finished it, like the tractor goes through the house, and they do that classic like, and the tractor comes, and then and they cut away.
In my notes here, I said the tractor comes in later when a gremlin drives into the house, and it made me laugh. I do remember finding that scene funny because the gremlin was, the whole scene was pretty funny. So the Mogwai trick Billy into feeding them after midnight, which we didn't even talk about. They fuck with.
That's a great trick. Yeah,
it is a great trick, but it calls into question this rule: you can't eat after midnight. Okay, well, what about different time zones? What if you're on an airplane and you're flying from one time zone to the other? What if you are chewing on and swallowing food at 11:59, and as it's going down your esophagus, it turns to midnight? What are the defining rules?
That's exactly what I said. Basically, every time throughout the day is technically after midnight, so...
Yeah, when does it reset? Probably 6 a.m. I think that's when most people say, okay, it's morning, actual daytime.
Because you said so?
That's what I think, and I think Joe would agree with me, and Gizmo.
I got a question. Why, when Gizmo gets water on him, he makes essentially duplicates of himself, right? They're still fluff balls. Yeah. But why is when they eat, they turn into the demon gremlins?
That's just the rules.
Those are two different things.
But that was never established. Like, he was never if you get them wet, they'll be clones. But if you get them hungry, they're going to be...
They just warn you.
Yeah.
They just warn you, don't do it. Don't do it. They don't tell you why.
So if Gizmo accidentally eats at midnight, does he turn into the fucking
he'll turn
creepy
into
one?
gremlin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not in Spielberg's watch.
Original script. Now, Tim, I do have to bring this up. Let me bring the mic up real close.
Yes, sir.
You spent all of the John Wick franchise talking about you don't want it over-explained to you. Don't tell me too much. A coin's a coin. What does it do? I don't want to know. Now you're like, what are the rules indefinitely? I want them all spelled out. Which is it, Tim? Which do you want?
First of all, I said they did a really great job in the first movie letting us just figure it out. And that was a lot of fun. In this, it seems kind of weird that two different things can do two different things. That's all I'm trying to say.
Editor note. Yes, I agree with Josh here. He makes a good point. As throughout all 5 movies, you talked about how basic and how you don't want to be things told to you, spoon-fed to you. And
I never said they had to tell me.
Spoon-feed me.
First of all, I never said they had to tell me. I just said, what's going on with that? What's the deal? What's the deal with the food and the gremlins?
I know exactly what you said.
What's the deal with gremlins?
Yeah. It's terrible Jerry Seinfeld.
Tim, have you ever stayed at a YMCA? Was it fun?
I've done the YMCA. I've driven past YMCAs, but I've never stayed at a Y. Why is that just like a gym?
Yeah.
Isn't it Young Men's Christian something, right? Is that what it stands for?
Yeah, but we see what happens when a gremlin does a cannonball into the gym, into the pool at the gym, and it is a bubbling mess. And this is when we get the bulk of
turns green.
The gremlins. This is when we get the bulk of the gremlins. We see the crazy cat lady gets catapulted out of a window from her stair thing.
Hold on.
Awesome.
Hold on. Can we go? Let's reverse real quick. 80s again. the crazy lady who is apparently like all over this town being a total bitch.
She's like the Wicked
The
Witch.
way she described how she wanted to kill Billy's dog, we're just cool with that.
Yeah.
Of her just being like, I'm gonna fucking torture your dog and kill it. Like, it'd be better if the ASPCA came in and like euthanized it, but no, I'm gonna fucking like murder it to make, you know, Jewel. Who's Jewel? No, who's the one who sings this? In the arms of an angel. Like, she's gonna show up.
No, that is. Oh God! Now I'm not gonna be able to think of it.
Sarah McLachlan. Sarah McLachlan's
Sarah
gonna be fucking saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like this lady went horde in on that dog. Like how she's gonna like just horde. And then we see later, I forgot all about it. I remember watching this time, and then we see how she has like all these cats. I'm like, oh, I'm just watching, going, of course she's a cat lady. She hates fucking dogs. Of course she's a cat lady. So she got what she fucking deserved. John Wick was about to show up, and he was gonna be like, you know these coins? I'm not gonna explain it to you. I'm just gonna shove it up your ass.
He wouldn't approve. But she was
just saying.
100% modeled after the Wicked Witch, and you know the mean neighbor at the beginning of The Wizard of Oz, who was after Toto and your little dog. She even makes remarks of your little dog. You know, very obvious homage. So there were a lot of movie
It's getting
Easter
so bad.
eggs. A lot of movie Easter eggs in this movie. Did you guys catch that there's a functioning time machine? Time travel happens in this movie. Did you guys see this?
I saw
And
E.T. I didn't see the.
Oh, there's an E.T. There is an E.T. stuffed doll, but legit time travel happens in the movie, and they don't even hide it. It's fairly
Like a DeLorean?
It's not the DeLorean. So, in the scene when the dad is at his inventors competition, you know, when he's like talking on the phone.
Wait,
And
okay.
he's
I
just
think
like
talking
talking
about.
about the competition. First of all, we also get a Steven Spielberg cameo there. He walks in front of the screen, or he like drives in front of the screen on a little car.
Yeah.
But in the back, not hidden, like directly to the right on the screen, is the time machine from the H.G. Wells Time Machine.
Yes.
I didn't see it.
I
It's
saw
right there,
it.
and there's judges who are judging the competition there, and the guy's in it, and he turns it on, and it starts like wheeling up, woo, winding up, and then it cuts away to the wife at home, yada yada, and when it cuts back to the dad, the time machine is gone, and there's just smoke and burn marks,
Yep.
and the judges are like, what? That guy time traveled in this movie.
Yep.
Very.
I remember seeing the aftermath, and I was like, "What is that lady looking at? What wasn't something just there? It was all smoke." I was like, "Oh, I guess something happened." That's funny. My favorite part of him being on the phone is later when he's on the phone and the robot is on the other like payphone,
Robbie the robot's
and
going
even
around.
the robot is trying to like sell someone oil or whatever. I was like, "Man, everyone's trying to sell someone something. Even robots got to get on the action." That's so funny.
Yeah, there was a lot of movie Easter eggs. I appreciated them. We also learned that the Gremlins.
You've said two.
Huh?
You've said two. You said a time machine and E.T. What other fucking Easter eggs are in the movie?
I also just mentioned Robbie the Robot and Steven Spielberg
It's four. Anything else?
and the Wicked Witch of the West.
Okay, I take it back. All right.
Come on now. 5 is enough to say a lot, and there's more.
That's
than
what I'm
that.
saying. That's why I stopped asking.
Thank you. I appreciate
Welcome.
it. So we learned that the Gremlins love Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. I think they relate to them.
Yeah.
How do they get that on screen on a Universal?
Because they are
or
dwarves.
Warner Brothers.
They are dwarves.
Well, I was thinking more of the Disney side of things. Being this is a Warner Brothers, picture or whatever. But back in the day, they like played together in the sand.
They're not only dwarves, but this is a Christmas movie, so they're also elves.
That is insightful.
Feel insightful or insensitive? Which one are we gonna say? I think we're gonna get canceled. I'm trying to talk about how they got fucking Disney to be like, okay, some other property could use our property, and you're like, they are little people. It's fine.
So anyways, they burned down the theater with all but Stripe there. They're like, we're going to kill every one of these. We didn't even talk about yet that we've seen caroling gremlins in Phoebe Cates' bar when she's like bartending. They have a flash dance, like gremlin doing a little flash dance. They have
That's
gremlin
because
flat
Phoebe
poker.
Cates' character is forgettable.
Ooh.
Well,
why is she still serving them?
Well, because
a
she's
job.
afraid of what will
It's
happen
a job.
if she says
I mean,
no.
that's fair. Okay, yeah. They have a flasher gremlin. They got the boss gremlin. They got the like old private eye gremlin or whatever that was. And his table. I like the guy with the Muppets. The gremlin that had the puppets. That was making me laugh. Like, it was funny.
This scene here, like in the bar, when we have these weird, different little versions of Gremlins, is what lays the groundwork for Gremlins 2. Which
100%.
We're not going to go into a lot.
100%.
Because we're covering it next week. And
I don't
Dave
know.
hasn't seen it.
And Dave doesn't know.
It is tonally entirely different. All the horror goes out the window, and it just becomes
nonsense.
a satire comedy where all the Gremlins are different versions of different things, like in that bar. But to the utmost slapstick. So
I do plan on watching that
You've gotta watch
sequel
it.
later on this week.
Yes, you got to watch it still. Definitely worth it.
At any moment, are you going to talk about what's her name's reason for hating Christmas? Because I don't want to say it now.
Oh
I
my
have it
God,
right
the Santa story.
I have it highlighted where I wrote, "Why does Phoebe Cates hate Christmas? Because her dad died a horrible chimney death dressed as Santa, Jesus Christ." I did not remember this.
You don't remember
that?
what happened in the movie?
I didn't
He
remember
got stuck.
watching this movie.
He got stuck in the chimney and he died.
That's terrible.
And they smelled it. They thought it was like rats or whatever. But they were like, oh, he was trying to surprise everybody as Santa Claus with some gifts and stuff, but he died in there. And
Christmas.
I hate Christmas now.
No, but wait a minute. What's the last line she says? And this is, I put this in my notes of a question to you guys. Because she says that whole horrific story, which has been embedded in my memory for 30 years.
Really?
She says
I
that
have
whole
not
story.
remembered. I blacked it out.
Did you really like that? Oh, no, because I've heard that story in like other things, and I forgot where I heard it from, but then she started saying, I was like, oh my God, it's from this movie. She says all that, they came down, it's my dad, well, the presents and all the things. And then she continues and says, she could have just left it there, like my dad died on Christmas. No. She goes, and that's when I found out that Santa Claus wasn't real.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so are you upset that your dad died trying to be Santa, or that there is no Santa? Like, what?
Both. Both.
I'm mad her mom lied. I'm pouring a drink. I'm pouring another drink.
I'm just saying, it's just like, that was crazy. Like, what? That's the takeaway? Santa Claus wasn't real, your dad's dead, but Santa Claus not real? All right.
Okay, to be fair, to play devil's advocate here, I think the point of that line is to be like, she was a child who still believed in Santa.
Can I tell you a true
the
story?
tragedy of how she learned Santa wasn't real was through her dad decaying in a chimney.
Well, yeah, but then at the same time, how do you learn that Santa isn't real? He's blocking the entry for Santa to come down, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
Santa could still exist.
That's true.
Well, but why would her dad be dressed as Santa coming down the chimney? That's the question.
Because he's a weirdo.
Maybe he
He's
moonlights
just an
as Santa.
impersonator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like a sex thing? Maybe he dresses as Santa for a sex thing?
Why is everything got to be a sex thing with you?
Because Spielberg entered sex into the movie.
It's true. It's true.
I don't no, that's not. Nope, I don't think that's true. You guys might be 2-1 on me, but I don't think that's true. I'm gonna go with a no. Even though there's weird lady gremlins in this one, so
Stripe had a sweet
or
tooth.
one.
He's
did.
riding a
Saved his life.
Riding a skateboard through the candy shop. I love that this movie ends in like a mall or a toy store or whatever this fucking place was. It was a good setting. Good setting for an ending. Just you got Stripe with a chainsaw running around. Gizmo's driving around in this pink like Barbie car. I don't think it was officially Barbie, but it felt very Barbie.
It was the same theater that Marty McFly crashed into in Back to the Future at the end of the first movie, I think, right?
How do you know this?
Because I'm really smart.
Oh.
He reads books.
Because
Fucking
I read
nerd.
movie trivia. Movie trivia, Joshua.
Trivia.
Yeah, Joshua.
I've heard of that.
It takes place in the same backlot studio as Back to
Okay.
the Future. So.
Well, that's neat. I like that.
I'll just see myself out now. Bye. Thanks for having me.
He's like, here's a cool bit of trivia. Josh is like, that's neat. Back to the Future. I've heard of it. Moving on. Gremlins.
So Stripe, he fingers the fountain.
What now?
You just wanted to say he fingers the fountain. There's no reason
Did
why
he
you
not,
put those
Tim?
words. He put his finger in the water. Yes.
Tim.
You could have said it like that.
Tim. Wait, Tim. If I just want a yes or no from you, does
Sure.
Stripe finger the fountain?
Allegedly.
Okay. And we can assume
Yes.
he does this
He
to,
fingers
to
the fountain.
create the reproduction of more gremlins. So we're
Yeah.
like, oh, shit,
Obviously.
danger's coming. Little does he know. Never mind. Not going.
What were you going to say? What are you going to say?
Little does he know fingering doesn't lead to reproduction. I'm not going there, though.
You just did. You just did.
This one's off the rails. There's times
No.
where no one talks, and there's times where no one should be talking. Yes.
Little does he know,
Oh.
Gizmo's not about to let that happen. So, Gizmo, you know what I love is that Gizmo gets the final kill. I love
Does.
Gizmo gets the hero moment and fucking kills Stripe. Takes him out. So Gizmo went from not even supposed to be still in the movie. He's supposed to be the villain. To Spielberg saying he's too cute. Keep him in. Keep in mind, this is after Spielberg does E.T. Cute little alien who's friends.
True.
Right? So Spielberg's got that in mind. Spielberg likes the aliens to be friends because then we also have, what before that? Close Encounters. Again, they were kind aliens. They were nice aliens. We don't get to see a lot of them, but they were not dangerous. Okay? So, he's like, keep Gizmo in it. Keep him cute. Keep it running. And then he gets to fucking kill Stripe. And I love that. I love that for him.
Yeah, he opens the blinds.
Just fucking burns him to death, man.
Dude fucking burns him like a vampire. So they're like part vampire. That's what I'm taking away.
For anybody who says it's not a horror movie, including my wife.
It is
Fuck
horror.
you. Yeah,
How is
fuck
it
you.
not a horror movie? It's like a horror comedy.
But, so, what is the trope of the horror movie? That the villain, the monster, is never dead the first time you think they're dead. And they even do that
True.
here. They burn him, and it's like, They give us a little calm fake, like everything's nice. And then his fucking skull burnt up, like, skeleton pops up and gives us one final jump scare before it, like, collapses.
Was that the tone of Jurassic Park?
Na 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 na. Yeah, it was. I didn't mean to. It's just where I went. I got
Okay,
Spielberg on the brain, bro.
that's fine. I just, in my mind, I was like, I've heard that before. Where the fuck is that? You guys both drank in
Copyright.
unison, and that was awesome. Yes, I would agree. Yeah, he did. Yeah, and then it comes out,
The
and it's
final
all.
jump scare. The monster's
But
not
how?
dead.
But how awesome in this whole movie is the practical? Like everything's practical, puppets, something. Even
Dude.
that like last little bit of that gnarly looking skeletal remains of Stripe, like it looked gross. It was awesome. That's what I'm trying to
It
say.
was fucking awesome.
Indiana Jones, the last, arc, whatever.
Thanks, Dave.
Whatever it's called, man. I don't know.
You talking about like the face melting?
Yeah!
Oh, I got you. We're back. We're back. Spielberg. Face.
That's just Spielberg, right?
It's just classic
get
Spielberg.
Likes to,
We get-
to melt faces, yeah.
You do get one classic Spielberg shot in this too, by the way. I noticed it because I'm a big fan of classic Spielberg. He does the one take in the kitchen when they're all in the kitchen as a family when the dad just came back home or is about to leave again. And they start with the kid and the mom, and then they pull back a little bit, and then the dad has a hammer thing, and then they pull back, and the mom's doing the coffee thing. That's classic Spielberg. I love it. Sorry, I got
Whatever you
excited.
say.
Thank you. Appreciate
Remember
it.
when Sean Connery joined Indiana Jones and Spielberg? That was awesome.
This doesn't make any sense. Even though they're
Sean
both like-
Connery actually loves tennis. Do you know what time he shows up to Wimbledon?
Sean Connery doesn't love anything anymore. He's dead.
Yeah, so that joke doesn't
Okay.
work, Josh.
He loved
He's dead.
tennis. And do you know what time he showed up to Wimbledon, Dave? Tennis.
Tennis.
Nope. Your joke is if my joke was mean, your joke's mean.
It's not.
It's
not.
Counterpoint. It's not. Okay, you got me there, Josh.
You win.
You win.
Just his accent.
Point, Josh.
All right. Anybody have anything else to say before we go to letterbox time?
I don't know. I think we said it all.
Yeah. It's a good movie. It's classic.
Okay.
It's an 80s horror comedy legend.
So
Right.
this is the point where we take it to the letterbox scoring. So before we look at what the people of Letterboxd have said, Dave, what's your letterbox score?
Me?
Yep.
Me?
Yeah. Ooh, you won.
Well, tell you what. I will first tell you my 100% score, which is what I usually do for my movie scores, which is 77.
Can't
What
count.
was
the
it?
high.
77,
77.
which is
That's like a
translates to
3.5.
4.
Well, that's a 4.
I said 4 out of 5. Yeah, 4 out of
it
5.
rounds up.
That's
rounds up.
overall, it's pretty good. I think that it is memorable. It's iconic, but certain things have aged. But like for instance, Billy and Kate, super forgettable characters. They suck, but the mom and dad are great. The great character is my favorite of the entire movie. So there is
Who
that.
you said the grandfather? The old. Who's your favorite character?
Mom and dad.
Oh, both of them. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I like mom and dad. Dude, mom's a beast. She fucked them up.
Oh my god.
shredded
She
it,
seemed
dude,
all
with
nice
Blender.
and whatever, and she's just trying to keep the household together. They're about to talk about some things, but dad came home. Let's not talk about it right now. And then the Gremlins came in. First thing she did, blender. You're done. Stabby. You're done.
God, she
And then
was ready.
microwave.
She was ready.
I got your ways. And then she didn't even know how many more were in there, but she grabbed 2 knives, and she's like, I'm still ready to throw it down. Even when that guy came in the tree.
It's
She was still getting after
crazy
it.
'cause she knew that the Gremlins and the Mogwai and all that, they were her son's pets. Like, that's how she knew them. And then she's like, well, let's kill them.
Yeah.
Let's go crazy.
In that opening, mom had 3, Billy had 1 with the sword. The dad, he had 0. He didn't do shit. Billy only got a
He
lot
was
later.
building a toothbrush that would scrub your ass or
just saying.
something.
I
don't know.
love that they had that sword at the front door that would
Yes.
fall every single time that they would open the door. Every time.
What is that? Something's gun. It's a classic structural thing. Where if you talk about it in the first act, you have to use it in the third act. And that's what they did.
I don't know.
Schrodinger's gun?
Schrodinger?
Pav-
He has a
Pavlov's?
cat.
No,
Pavlov's
I know what
gun.
you're talking about. But
forget what
Tim,
it's
you
called.
can't ask us when we're drunk.
That's fair. Billy did get the most kills because he blew them all up, for the record. So,
Oh,
Even
that's true.
frickin'
He
Gizmo
burnt
got
them
one.
all in the theater.
yeah, he blew up the theater. Josh, what's your letterbox score?
No. I go last. I am the...
Why do you get to go
leader.
last?
Because okay, you want me to go first?
No, I'll
Yeah,
go.
go
Dave
do it.
went
Do it.
first. I'll go. I can go.
Joshua goes next.
Dave's gonna edit it any way he fucking wants to. He'll put
That's
you
right.
next.
Okay, I give this a 4.5 out of 5.
Ooh.
I think this movie is simply superb. It is a classic for a reason. It holds up. It is utterly silly. It is unlike just about any movie you can find back from the 80s or current. There's really nothing like fucking Gremlins. This movie, other movies that try to be this silly and blend with the level of violence and grotesquerie that they go to, never seem to work. They either go too cheesy. I feel like that's typically where they go. They go too cheesy. This, sorry, I'm drunk. This movie perfectly captures both ends of the silly and the fucking gruesome, and is like, listen, here is just, if you love movies and if you love this type of movie, this movie's for you. If you just want a silly but still a little horror and we're gonna have fun, this is for you. And it did it so well. It's a 3 or a 4.5 out of 5, which is a 9 out of 10. That's where I'm at. Tim, what are you at?
Yeah.
I really like the movie. I've always liked the movie, but I don't know. What's stopping me? I know nothing stopped me. I landed on a 3.5. I thought it was good. To me, I feel like that's still good. In my mind, that's still good.
That is still
I don't know
good.
why.
No, that is still
I don't know
good.
that's not what Dave's face
That's
is
not
saying.
great, but that's good.
It's great to me. It's great to me.
That's a 7
That
out of
to
10.
me-
I think it's
okay,
it's
three-
an average.
Yeah.
That's an
Look,
average.
3.5 to me is literal. Yeah, it's average. It's middle of the road. It could be better. It could be worse. That's what I see when I see 3.5.
Sure.
So Tim hated the movie. That's okay. That's okay.
It's no
Hey,
John
it's
Wick
not
5.
as bad as calling a John Wick movie a
4.
2. So
Yeah, John Wick 4. Ugh.
Ah!
Ugh. They didn't do anything new. That's my problem. They didn't do anything fucking new. It was the same shit.
They
Rinse
did,
and repeat.
Tim. You had
They
never
didn't.
seen someone fight in a roundabout for an hour. That had never
Right,
happened.
It's very important. Very important.
You've obviously never lived in Florida.
You had never seen someone fall down 222 flights of stairs. Like, come on. That means it is Letterboxd time. Let's see what the people of Letterboxd say. This movie currently, at the time of recording when I checked it yesterday, holds a 3.6 out of 5, which I think is criminally low. Criminally low.
So you're mad at me, but I'm like spot on with Letterbox, and I'm the asshole.
Well, yeah, because they're also assholes. They're wrong.
They're wrong.
That is out of 523,680 ratings. But Tim, how many people are there on Earth? A lot more than that.
There are a lot more than that,
So that's not everybody's opinion.
but give or
Small.
take,
Is everybody on Earth on Letterboxd?
Well, they should be.
they will be.
The
will
most
be.
common score was a 4.5, making up
There you go.
29% of the ratings. And that's it. That's fucking Gremlins.
Here's a fun fact for you
What?
on Goodreads.
Oh, shit, we're not done.
The average rating on Goodreads for the novelization of Gremlins is
I am
4
curious
out of 5.
4
4 out of 5.
So hold on. Are you saying that the average on Letterbox is around mine? We'll say 3.6, 3.5. But
3.6.
then you're saying Joshua said also with Letterbox it was a 4, right? Or whatever you said was
4 is the
4.
most common
Goodreads.
rating.
Is the most common rating is a 4, and then
Oh,
Dave
yeah.
or 4.5 was the most common rating. But then Dave said
No,
on
4
Goodreads
is
it's
the
a
most common
4.
rating.
That's all of ours.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
If you want to be very specific, it's 3.93 out of 5.
Well, no, I don't. Round it up.
That's 5 or
I'm just
whatever.
saying we're all still there. We're all in the ballpark. We're all friends. Oh,
Well, that is going to conclude our episode on Joe Dante's Gremlins. We're done. We're coming back next week for Gremlins 2. If you are watching us on YouTube, subscribe to our podcast channel. And if you're listening to us on podcast, we also have a YouTube channel. Check us out. Follow us on Letterboxd. We drop our reviews there every week. And we will be back next week with Gremlins 2, the new batch. Catch you on a flippity flop. Wait. Cheers. Nobody's listening anymore. I feel like we're too far gone. We're cutting off.
I finished mine.
Okay. Clink.